Hello everyone, my name is Wacky Cat and today I am painting a scene of my backyard and trying watercolors for the first time in a long while. I sat outside on my porch steps and started a pencil sketch, keeping it mostly focused on the general shape of things to not get caught up in the details of the leaves. I knew that drawing individual leaves would be detrimental to the drawing, so during inking I just kept it very impressionistic. For the background I used a thinner pen, and for the bushes, lamppost, and tree I made it have thicker lines. I thought that would keep attention away from the background and prevent it from looking too busy. I am using Master's Touch 36 watercolor palette for this painting, and these are the color swatches that I have to work with. Now I start the watercolors by laying down water in the background, then filling it in with Payne's Gray. I love Payne's Gray. It reminds me of a perfectly rainy day. I wanted to keep the background dark and pretty vague, again, to keep attention off of it. I then filled in the general colors of the whole piece while that was drying. Right here is when I got too hasty with the background, putting down color after color without letting it fully dry. It started to get really muddy, to the point where you couldn't even see the details in the background, and it just looked like a dark, muddy mess. I realized that you can't really paint on highlights later like you could with oils or acrylic. So I took a break and I got as much pigment off of the paper as I could, then built up color and texture more slowly, working on other parts of the piece as it dries. I learned the hard way that I have to take it slow and in layers in order for watercolors to work the way I want them to. I then went in with some pens and colored pencils to add back in some detail that was lost while building up pigment. In this last little bit, I focus a lot on the background to add in texture of foliage while also wanting to keep it vague enough to not draw attention away from the foreground. This is the finished product. I am very happy with how it turned out in the end, especially looking at it with a less critical eye a few days later. I'm happy with the colors and the shading of the bushes, and I did end up saving the background for the most part. The little dots of color really help with the impression of hundreds of leaves instead of just one giant mass. I learned a lot from this painting, and I'm excited to keep practicing with this medium. Every time I fail, even though it sucks to fail, I learn a lot from it, and just get a little bit less daunted by the idea of it. Thank you for watching. If you have any critiques on this video or suggestions for new videos, please let me know in the comments below.